I'm Dan with RBR here in Tacoma, Washington. Today I'm going to tell you about a feature of the RBRconcerto C.T.D called the marine wet switch. It's a feature that enables the instrument to turn on and turn off when the conductivity sensor senses that the instrument has entered the seawater. Have you ever taken too much oceanographic data because you've had to turn on your instrument well before your deployment? Or have you ever handed your instrument to somebody who's untrained and their only job is to drop the instrument in the water and pull it up? Well, the marine wet switch could be a good solution for you. Let me show you how. Now I'm going to show you how to configure the marine wet switch on an RBRconcerto C.T.D. The first thing to do is to open up Ruskin on your computer. Next, connect to your instrument either by a USB cable or in this case, via the Wi-Fi on your computer. You can see here that I'm connected to my instrument and that the instrument has automatically populated in the navigator pane. When you do this, the instrument's configuration will appear here. The first thing I like to do is make sure that the internal clock on my instrument is correct and synced to my local computer. Next, I check the sampling rate, and in this case I want 2 Hz continuous. When I do my field sampling, I'll want to take advantage of the Ruskin mobile app and the Wi-Fi on the instrument, so I make sure that the data storage is set to mobile and that the Wi-Fi is turned on. Most importantly, I set the gating of the instrument. RBR provides 3 options for gating. If you click None, that is a typical clock-based start and stop of the instrument, where you can set the calendar of the start date right here on the instrument. Secondly, we have twist activation, which is where you twist the red battery end cap on the back of the C.T.D. The instrument buzzes in your hand and you know that you are logging. But today I'm going to set the marine wet switch. And what that is when the conductivity sensor senses 1 millisiemens per centimeter of conductivity in the water. That is, when the instrument enters the seawater, the instrument will start sampling automatically. And when it leaves the seawater, it will stop. I click Enable. When you click Enable, this warning pops up to tell you that all configurations and data on the instrument will be lost. And that's okay because we've saved them on our computer already after our previous deployment. And now we're ready to go. Today I'm using the RBRconcerto C.T.D. I've already configured it at home and the instrument's turned on. It's not logging yet because it hasn't entered the seawater. All I have to do is to put a line to it and drop it in. Let's see how it goes. When using the marine wet switch, it's important to note that it takes about 15 seconds from the time that the conductivity sensor enters the water to when the instrument switches on. This is good because this avoids any unexpected turning on of the instrument due to splashes or other impacts to the conductivity sensor. When you're doing profiling, what you can do is simply soak the instrument for about 15 seconds and then begin your profile. If you're using the Ruskin mobile app, the instrument can remain connected to the mobile app and you can see in real time that your instrument has turned on and that your sampling has begun. Now that we've finished our sampling, let's have a look at some data. As you can see here, this is a time series from 11:17 a.m. to 11:18 a.m. 1 minute of shallow dockside sampling with the RBRconcerto C.T.D. You can see here that the marine wet switch turned on the instrument and we started sampling for conductivity, temperature, and depth. We took our profile, the instrument left the water, and the marine wet switch turned it off. There are a couple of other features that might be of interest to users of the RBRconcerto C.T.D. First of all, the instrument automatically detects the downcast and the upcast of the profile. Also, because we were connected via Wi-Fi to the Ruskin mobile app, a mobile GPS tag was automatically connected to the Ruskin file and is visible here as an annotation in the time series. As you can see, the marine wet switch is a great way to eliminate extra data from clock-based switching on of the instrument. It also enables a really hands-off approach to using your oceanographic instrumentation. We hope you enjoyed this tutorial. See you again soon.